Hello, my EPZ Geek friends. This is a post of a work in progress of my copy of Johannes Vermeer's Girl with a Pearl Earring, and very popular painting, well recognized. And the purpose of the course I was taking at the U of A, an adult evening class for portraiture, um, required us to select the painting of one of the masters and reproduce it as an exercise in drawing and brush technique, color toning. Everything that goes into making a portrait is reinforced by reproducing the work of one of the masters. By doing so, we hopefully absorb by osmosis the process of the master and improve our own work. So this represents my original attempt. This is the reference photo, and with the magic of my computer, I can reintroduce the overlay, and I hasten to point out that there's been no electronic tracing. This image was done by the grid transfer, and this is my original grid, and you can see remains of it under the paint here along the edge. So this is drawn by hand with pencil. It's not an image that's been transferred and then painted over. As it is becoming very common, I find, in contemporary artists. I visited a federal government building and saw what struck me immediately as a large pano in 3 panels that had been produced by printing on canvas an image, a photo image, and then painting over the photo image. This was so obvious to me, but maybe not so obvious to the government purchasing department, thinking they were buying an original piece of art when basically they were buying a colored, a hand colored electronic image. And to me, this is not. It's forgery unless you're telling them exactly that's what they're buying. Then it is a forgery in my value system. So. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit here. Let me just show you how I've used the original image to overlay it on the work in progress, and we can see that there's an expansion. My work has made her face actually larger than it really is. It hasn't really followed the outline. Also, this eye should be smaller than this eye, not larger, and it in my view, this is larger and should not be so. That has to change. You can see how various features move, and the location of the lips even way down here. So the image is just not accurate. So I'm committed to continuing with this. This painting has been on my easel now for about 3 years, and it will stay on my easel until I'm satisfied that I've got it as close to perfect as I can get it, and at that point I will frame it. Until then, it's a work in progress. I hope this explains some of the motivation of why I do what I do, and just a little little bit of information about Vermeer and his techniques. Um, None of his paintings under X-ray have shown any kind of drawings. So it is most certain that he was using projection to get his image on the surface of the panel or on his canvas. And an American recently produced a documentary of how he applied the theory of how Vermeer painted his images by using the same type of equipment built to the same degree of quality that was available to Vermeer in those days, and was able to paint a copy of one of Vermeer's paintings now owned by Queen Elizabeth. It's in her private collection, and it's called I think it's called A Music Lesson. I might be close or not. But he showed how he literally reproduced that image by using the technique that Vermeer used. And basically, his was a primitive form of projector, or a pinhole camera, the lens picking up the image, projecting it on a mirror, and the mirror projecting it on the panel. It was quite an elaborate setup, and I got to say, it makes me question the value of Vermeer's draftsmanship, because there just wasn't any there. He just painted over the exact image of what was projected on his panel. So say what you will about that. Anyway, I've said enough, and thanks for visiting, and hope you enjoyed my little presentation. See you later.